Okay. This map, Numbani. Hey, hate this map. Hate playing this map. Hate coaching this map. But me and Atlas did kind of cook with this map. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. At this point, people were a little bit tilted. Not gonna lie. And so we needed a fresh reset. Also, Diva is just insanely good on this map, and Monkey is not the best. So I figured I'd swap some roles around, and we'd change up a little bit of the dynamic. And then we actually also, this map, we don't have I don't have comms here, obviously, but we started in between fights, calming what we were going to do, what we are going to use, what they had, what they might do, how to counter it, blah, 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 where we're going to set up. We actually did things right this map. And I think we do the next map as well in Ilias. But for most of this map, we did things right. Defense was a bit scuffed. I was going to originally have us switch take comps, which is definitely illegal, but they said we could, and I just changed my mind against it, and play a traditional, like, poke defense comp. But we ran with it on defense, didn't go so well, but we'll get to why that went wrong. I don't remember too much of why it exactly went wrong, but I'm sure I'll figure it out. Offense, though, really, we did a really good job, I remember, of just actually playing a dive comp correctly. So, except for the first fight. The first fight, we calmed what we wanted to do, and then we didn't do it correctly. And it still worked out, I guess, so... But I like that we actually were taking initiative and wanted to have a game plan instead of just running it down. Like, for example, here we do an excellent job of, like, just collapsing on people, like, all at once, and then peeling if we need to be. Yeah. I don't know if they touch here. Actually, they do touch, but they just waste a lot of resources doing it. It's not worth it. And then here, Diva has to change. I don't know what setting she had to change, but we were changing something, so we couldn't be as aggressive. But I still think we get DMAC here, yeah. We do die a little, or there, and there. Now we should just get like a nice reset. I think we end up losing Mac. No, I lied. Maybe the next fight we lose Mech and have to bomb. They get Mech back. I don't know. We should have played a little bit safer there, and then we could have pushed the advantage where they didn't have a Mech. Hold that, damn. Now we just kind of back. We're already back far enough. Yeah, no, we should just be full backing here. I don't know why we're looking at like half, kind of wanting to back half. Maybe we fight and get ult charge, but we don't need ult charge. Yeah, we have to use bomb here. That's right. That's fine. It's fine to use bomb. I don't know if the cat, we probably could have just like got DMAC and then jumped off the map and reset, but I don't hate it. We're trying to copy here. We just can't find where we're going to copy. We grab their Emre. Their Emre ults. And we don't even really notice he ults, I don't think. Yeah, he gets both our supports. And a third. But we did calm what we wanted to do. We did want to go in. We had a plan. It's just that their Emre used ult. And then we're in a 2v2 here that I don't think anyone calls out. Which whoever's dead should be calling out to 2v2. But I do think we end up collapsing. We get back quicker. We have better spawns. As long as Neo doesn't die. I don't think he does. We're fine here. We get cart progress. We get a little bit of stabilization going. They have bomb for remech. I don't think anyone dies to their bomb. We eat their pulse, which is good. We get their tracer. Beautiful. Yeah, good blade. They bomb. No one dies to bomb. Overall, good job for this point. Good planning. Good execution. Yeah. And they don't touch. Which is good. We just get a free kill there. Here we could have our DPS and D.Va take a little bit of space and one of our supports sit cart, or both of them I guess, since they're down a tracer, which they give up the space anyways. We're getting cart progress. We have lane here. I need to fly over here. We lane early. We don't do the bomb play that we wanted to do. We get mistaken. Kobe doesn't know how the cat works, I guess. I don't know. I think we should have calmed there if what we were going to do. I think we just use lane and bomb at the same time, which is counterproductive because they're going to kite the bomb, and therefore they're just kiting both. They're kiting the lane and the bomb at the same time. So we just get no value from the lane, or the Kutsune. They orbital. We should just kite this. We don't. We die. Whatever. We need to reset here quick. They can't stagger our D.Va, which is good. We kidnap their D.Va. I don't like kidnapping their D.Va. I guess we kidnap whoever, but their D.Va can fly if you try to take her away. We should have taken him back to our team. We eat the high noon. We have Blade here. We go with Blade. We get a good Blade here. Lose our cat. Oh, it's fine. We just need to make sure our DBA lives. Good stick on the baby D.Va from Zinio. Now we play cleanup here. I think they stall for like 20 seconds or something. Zinio wins his ones. We get an opening pick, which is good. They are forced to touch. We do a good job of calling targets here. We get a 3-man bomb. Beautifully done from the cat and the D.Va. Yeah. They get to 135, I think. Yeah. I think they capped with 145, so quote-unquote they win this map, but I don't know. Considering we whipped this up in the spot, I'm going to consider it a success for us. Here they're playing not a similar comp, but they're gonna do the same idea here. I could have called it like what we wanted to do in between, but I didn't. I kind of wanted us to figure that out on our own, or see what would happen if we try to figure it out on our own. But we know they've been playing D.Va up to this point with Tracer, so they're probably going to try to play a dive comp similar to what we're playing. Yeah, we're playing Freya here. We swap casts, which is good later. I think it would have been better to start on casts. Freya's not that good right now. But our D.Va and Tracer could sit up here, and then there are other 3 like we're doing here. We set up fine, but we just need to make sure we're able to hold the high ground without dying early. And we do exactly that, so that my Tracer dies with recall. And then we just get collapsed on by a Sombra and then we die. We even scouted the Sombra early. I know that. We calmed it like as soon as spawn doors open, we saw the TP. So just our Tracer dies early and they just get like a free point, basically. And then we try to touch, which was not a good idea. We should have just given and then held this corner here. And then we just end up staggering ourselves because we try to touch and we go to touch too late. So they get 2 corners for free. We do end up... we definitely should have died early there. Like just entered ourselves on the point to prevent car progress. Instead of like trying to get out and staggering ourselves. Because even if we do trade, their spawns benefit them. We do a job of punishing the overextending D.Va. Yeah. Okay. Here we know they're playing Sombra, right? They don't swap. Oh, they swap. Never mind. Did they even EMP? I think they did. That goes out the window. They copy the cat. We kill copy, which is good. We mess up our ball, our cat bomb. We need to help our Kiriko. Our Kiriko's by herself. We just go back a little too late. Our cat should go pick up our Kiriko here. I don't know if she does. And then my Zenyo gets sticky, which we can't have happening. So that's where that went wrong. We don't go to pick up people. Now we have to get in space, mainly because our Zenyo just dies really late. And then we just don't touch here in time. They use all their ults to cap, and we're kind of very split here in general. I don't know. We stopped ult tracking at this point. I don't know why. Like the first point, our attack, first round and a half, we're doing fine. Here, we should know what they have. We don't. No one dies a bomb, but here we need our D.Va to go. Oh, our D.Va gets hit with the remake, and then she's just out of mech. They overroll the Mizuki. They just have the point for free, basically. And no one's coming to touch or anything, so... yeah. Do we have a lane here? I don't know. We could have got aggressive here, I think, after the D.Va bond with lane. On the point is what we should have done. We should have laned on the point to counter those 2 ults and try to fight. Since we were going to fight anyway. Good copy bomb. No. Again, neutral fight. We use 2 ults. They use 0. Actually, not neutral fight. I lied. We win the fight we're supposed to with 2 ults versus 0. That's good. Yeah. Nothing. No notes on that. Good cat bomb. We lose our echo here. We want to clean up. They're on more now. I don't know why, but it works for them later. Good cleanup here. We just can't die up here. Good job. Okay, this is what I don't like. Playing in a room like this does not advantage us at all. Because we could eat orbs, but we just don't have enough sustain in a room like that. We play in a comp that benefits from being out in the open air. Even though our comps are basically identical, minus the support line, it's just not a good spot to be in when we know what ults, or when we should know what ults they have. And they don't have a cat, so they can't cat noon. So we shouldn't be scared of that. There's just no reason for us to be playing up in this room together. We want to play out in the open and then collapse on people, like we've been doing the last couple fights. Instead, we're going to play in the room, and it's just going to be a brawl, and we're just not in a good comp for that, especially with our echo playing under. And then we lose 2. They copy. They use high noon. And then we kind of just stagger here. We should have just gone on a point and died. We die with copy. They use bomb. We don't have bomb. Obviously, we just use. And yeah, we just needed to die on point. Instead, I don't even know if we get we get 1 touch with Kobe, and they cap with what, 150? Yeah. And then we send it back. Right? Yeah. So, I don't know. A couple things that are wrong on just decision making on point 2 and point 3 with where we're playing and what we're going to touch. Those 2 fights right after we lost first, and then that last one. Those were the 2 big issues with that point. Oh, and then when they capped, we could have laned. But that wasn't as big of an issue. Mainly those first 2 things I said. Yeah.